Hello, welcome to mathematics class. In this class, we will be answering JAMB maths question for the year 2019. You are welcome. Before we start, I want to encourage you to hit the subscription button so that you know when next we upload the remaining part of this particular year. So let's begin. Number 1. 5, 8, 6, and K occurs with frequencies 3, 2, 4, and 1 respectively, and have a mean of 5.7. Find the value of K. Now, the first thing you do with this question is to put the question in a table form. So we are given the values, let's say X, 5, 8, 6, and K. And then they occur at a frequency F, 3, 2, 4, and 1, 3, 2, 4, and 1. And then we are given their mean to be 5.7. The first thing you do is to find fx. That means you multiply everything on the frequency column with everything on the x column. 3 times 5 will give you 15. 2 times 8 will give you 16. 4 times 6 will give you 24. K times 1 will give you K. And then add everything on the frequency column and everything on the fx column. If you add everything here, we are summing them up. It will give you 3 plus 2, 5, plus 4, 9, plus 1. That will be 10. If you sum everything here as well, it will give you 15 plus 16. That will be 31. 31 plus 24. That will be 55 plus K. So you have 55 plus K. Now we are also given the mean to be 5.7. And we know that mean is the same thing as sum of fx all over sum of f. So we have that 5.7 is equal to 55 plus K all over 10. If you cross multiply this, you will have that 5.7 times 10 is equal to 55 plus K. 5.7 times 10 will give you 57, equal to 55 plus K. K is equal to 57 minus 55. K is equal to 2. And C is the answer. All right, number 2. In how many ways can a delegation of 3 be chosen from 5 men and 3 women if at least 1 man and 1 woman must be included? Now, if 1 man is included, it means that 3 women will be in the delegation. If 2 men are included, it means 1 man will be in the delegation. So let's go. So in the first scenario, where only 1 man is included, we will use 5 combination 1 times 3 combination 2. So it will be 5 combination 1 times 3 combination 2. 5 combination 1 is the same thing as 5 factorial all over 5 minus 1 factorial times 1 factorial times 3 factorial all over 3 minus 2 factorial times 2 factorial. This will give you 5 factorial all over 4 factorial times 3 factorial all over 2 factorial. 5 factorial is the same thing as 5 times 4 factorial all over 4 factorial times 3 times 2 factorial all over 2 factorial. 4 factorial will cancel 4 factorial, 2 factorial will cancel 2 factorial. We have 5 times 3, which is equal to 15. This is in the case where you have one man selected. Now let's look at the case where you have 2 men and then 1 woman. There you will have 5 combination 2 times 3 combination 1. And 5 combination 2 will give you 5 factorial, all over 5 minus 2 factorial times 2 factorial times 3 factorial all over 3 minus 1 factorial times 2 factorial. This will give you 5 factorial all over 3 factorial times 2 factorial times 3 factorial all over 2 factorial. This is 1, sorry. This is 1 factorial, not 2 factorial. Okay, so that will be it. Now this is going to be 5 times 4 times 3 factorial all over 3 factorial times 2 factorial. And this will be 3 times 2 factorial all over 2 factorial. 3 factorials will go with 3 factorial. So this will give you 5 times 4, which is 20. 20 all over 2. 2 factorial is 2 times 1, which is 2. Times 2 factorial will go with 2 factorial. This will give you times 3. If 2 cancels, this will give you 10. So we have 10 times 3, which is equal to 30. So the number of ways to arrange them will be 15 plus 30. So number of ways of arrangements of arranging will be what? 15 plus 30, which is equal to 45. So the right answer there is D. Number 3. Number 3. The probability of a student passing any examination is 2 over 3. If the student takes 3 examinations, what is the probability that he will not pass any of them? Now we are given the probability of passing. Probability of passing is 2 over 3. Now remember that probability of not passing is equal to 1 minus probability of passing. So probability of not passing is 1 minus 2 all over 3. 1 minus 2 over 3 is equal to 3 minus 2 all over 3. And that will be 1 all over 3. But remember, we were told that the person sat for 3 exams. So the student sat for 3 exams. So the probability of not passing one of the exams is 1 all over 3. Probability of not passing the 3 exams is 1 all over 3 times 1 all over 3 times 1 all over 3. This is 1 times 1 times 1 all over 3 times 3 times 3. And that is 1 all over 27. So your correct answer is D. Question number 4. What is the value of P if the gradient of the line joining -1 and P and 4 is 2 all over 3? So there are 2 points here. The first point is -1 and P, and the second point is P and 4. And then we are given that the gradient M is 2 over 3. 2 over 3. Recall that gradient M is given by what? Y2 minus Y1 all over X2 minus X1. What's Y2? Y2 is the second value here, which is 4. Y1 is the first value here, which is P. X2 is P here, and X1 is -1 here. So M is 2 over 3. So 2 over 3 is equal to 4 minus P all over P minus into -1. So 2 over 3 is equal to 4 minus P all over P plus 1. So 2 over 3 is equal to 4 minus P plus 1. If we cross multiply this, we will get that 2 is equal to P is into P plus 1 equal to 3 into 4 minus P. Let's open the bracket. 2P plus 2 is equals to 12 minus 3P. At this point, we just simply collect like terms. So we bring everything that has P to one side and take everything that has no P to the other side. So here we have 2P plus 3P is equal to 12 minus 2. 5P is equal to 10. P is equal to 10 all over 5, and P is equal to 2. So your correct answer there is D. Okay, before we continue, I want to remind you to hit the subscription button so that you know when our next video drops. Thank you. Number 5. A chord drawn 5 centimeters away from the center of a circle of radius 13 centimeters. Calculate the length of the chord. So if you have a circle like this, we are told this, let's say this is the center of the circle, and we have a chord drawn like this. We are told that this chord is 5 centimeters from the center of the circle. So from here to here is 5 centimeters. And then we are told that the radius of the circle is 13 centimeters. The radius of a circle is a line drawn from the center to any point on the circumference. So we take the radius from here to this place. This is 13 centimeters. We are asked to find the length of the chord. Now, this line that is drawn from the center of the circle to the chord, we'll divide this chord into two equal parts. So let's assume this call this C1, we'll call this C2. C1 plus C2 is going to be the length of the chord. But from the information we have here, we can attempt to calculate C1, which, by the way, is equal to C2. From here, we can apply Pythagoras' theorem. We know this is a triangle. This is a triangle. And this is a right angle triangle, by the way. And this is the hypotenuse. So if that's true, 13 squared will be equal to C1 squared plus 5 squared. 169 is equal to C1 squared plus 25. C1 squared is 169 minus 25. C1 squared is equal to 144. C1 is square root of 144. C1 is equal to 12 centimeters. Remember that C1 is equal to C2. So C1 is equal to 12 centimeters and C2 is equal to 12 centimeters. Therefore, the length of the chord, which is equal to C1 plus C2, is equal to 12 centimeters plus 12 centimeters, which is 24 centimeters. So the correct answer is D. Number 6. If the hypotenuse of a right-angled isosceles triangle is 2 centimeters, what is the area of the triangle? So first, we have that it is a right-angled triangle. And then secondly, we also know that it is an isosceles triangle. So, and then the hypotenuse is 2 centimeters. We are looking for the area. Area is 1/2 base times height. The base is this, so I could put here as B. The height is this, I could put here as H. In this case, because it's an isosceles triangle, the base is equal to the height. And then the angle, the base angle of an isosceles triangle are equal. Since this is 90, this is 45, this is 45. Good. So we don't know base, we don't know height, but we have the, we know the hypotenuse and we know the angles. Recall that sine 45 is equal to opposite all over hypotenuse. The opposite side in this case is H. And sine 45 is equal to 1 all over root 2 or root 2 all over 2. This is trigonometry. It's known that sine 45 is either 1 over root 2 or root 2 all over 2. Therefore, root 2 over 2 is equal to, remember that the opposite is H. The hypotenuse is what? 2. So let's cross multiply. 2 root 2 is equals to 2H. H is equals to 2 root 2 all over 2. H is equals to root 2 centimeters. If H is root 2 centimeters, therefore, base is also root 2 centimeters. Area is 1 over 2 base times height. So area is 1 over 2 times root 2 times root 2. Root 2 times root 2 is 2. The root of any number multiplied by itself will give you the number. So area is 1 over 2 times 2. 1 over 2 times 2 is equal to 1. 1 centimeters squared. So the correct answer there is B. Question 7. The pie chart above represents 400 fruits on display in a grocery store. How many apples are in the store? So here we have the pie charts. We have banana, orange, and purple. Okay, so we have banana, orange, purple, and apple. The entire circumference of a pie chart is 360. The entire circumference of a pie chart is 360. We know that the space taken by banana is 100 degrees, orange is 100 degrees, purple is 115 degrees, apple we don't know. But we can find apple by 100 plus 100 plus 115 plus x equal to 360 degrees, because the entire circumference is 360 degrees. So this is going to be 315 plus x equal to 360 degrees. S is going to be 45 degrees. So apple occupies 45 degrees. The number of apples in the store will be equal to 45 degrees all over 360 degrees times the total number of fruits in the store, which is 400. And that's going to give you, that will be 50. And so your correct answer is B, 50. 50 is your correct answer. Question number 8. A regular polygon has 150 degrees as the size of each interior angle. How many sides does it have? A regular polygon has 150 degrees as the size of each interior angle. How many sides has the polygon? Does the polygon have? Now, so the interior angle of a polygon is given by I equal to n minus 2 into 180 all over n. We are given that the interior angle is 150 degrees. And we are asked to look for the number of sides. So we just put 150 into I. 150 is equal to n minus 2 times 180 all over n. We cross multiply. 150n is equal to 180n minus 360, because 180 times 2 is 360. We collect like terms. So 360 will be equal to 180n minus 150n. 360 is equal to 30n. N is equal to 360 all over 30. N is equal to 12. So the number of sides of the polygon is 12. And your correct answer is A. Question number 9. In this question, we are given a table that shows the scores some students have and the number of students that took a certain test. The table above shows the distribution of marks of students in a test. Find the probability of passing the test if the pass mark is 5. I will quickly run through the table. We have marks. Now, the pass mark is 5, which means from here upward are those who passed the test. And what are the number of students that scored 5 and above? We have 0, 4, 5, 2, 1. So number of students that passed the exam is number of students that passed is 0 plus 4 plus 5 plus 1, no, so plus 2 plus 1. This is 12. Total number of students that took the test. Total number of students that took the test is 3, 4, 1, so 3 plus 4 plus 1 plus 0 plus 4 plus 5 plus 2 plus 1, which is 20. So the probability of passing the test, probability of passing is number that passed all over total number of students. Total number of students, which is equal to, so probability of passing is equal to 12 over 20, which is equal to 3 over 5. So the correct answer is A, 3 over 5. Question number 10. Before we attempt the next question, I want to remind you that we are taking time to explain this because we understand that some of you are preparing for WAEC, for NECO, and for JAMB. And whatever solution we give in these videos can apply in any of these 3 subjects. So do well to subscribe to the channel so that you know when next we upload the next video, because these videos are going to be very helpful in preparing you for all the exam. We are solving objective questions like they are theories. The reason is because we wanted to help you across board. So do well to hit that notification button right now so you know when next we upload the next video. You can drop your question in the comment section. We will do well to reach back to you. Thank you. Question number 10. A cylindrical pipe made of metal is 3 centimeters thick. If the internal radius of the pipe is 10 centimeters, find the volume of metal used in making 3 cm of the pipe. Okay, so this will be something like this. This is a cylinder, but it has both internal radius and an external radius. So let's have something like this. It's also going to have something like this here and all of that. We should find the volume of the metal that is used in making 3 cm of the... Now the volume of a cylinder is given by pi r squared h. This is the volume of the cylinder. Pi r squared h. The volume of the metal is going to be the volume of the external cylinder minus the volume of the internal cylinder. The volume of the external cylinder minus the volume of the internal cylinder. So, volume of the radius of the external cylinder is going to be 10 centimeters, which is radius of the internal cylinder, plus the thickness of the cylinder, which is 3. So, radius of internal cylinder is 10 centimeters. Radius of external cylinder is 13 centimeters. Volume of material, or rather of metal, is equal to volume of external cylinder, which is pi r squared EH minus pi r squared high H. Pi is the same, it's a constant. the height is constant, is the same thing. So we can factorize this equation to be pi h rho e squared minus rho I squared. So that's the volume of the metal. Volume of the metal. So volume of metal is pi h. Remember the radius of the external cylinder is 13 centimeters. 13 squared. And the radius of the internal cylinder is 10. 10 squared. So the volume is going to be pi h 169. 13 squared is 169 minus 100. 10 squared is 100. So volume is pi h times 69. We know pi to be 22/7. H is 3. So volume is, this is pi times 3 times 69. Now the answers, the options are given in terms of pi. So we don't have to use the value of pi. If you, 3 times 69 is going to give you 207. 207 pi centimeters squared. So the correct answer there is B, 207 pi centimeters squared.